You know, I remember this one time years ago when a close friend betrayed my confidence. It felt like the ground fell out from under me. That experience, as painful as it was, taught me a lot about the power and fragility of trust. Trust is the very foundation of any meaningful relationship, whether it's with a partner, a friend, or even ourselves. It's that willingness to be open, vulnerable, even when we know there are no guarantees. But why is it so darn hard sometimes? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the complexities of trust, explore the reasons why it can be so difficult, and most importantly, talk about who we can trust and how to build that trust authentically. Many of us have been hurt, let down, or even betrayed by someone we trusted deeply. These experiences, especially early in life, can leave invisible scars. It's like we build walls around our hearts, shielding ourselves from potential pain. But these walls, while they may protect us, also prevent us from experiencing the fullness of connection. We start to question everyone's motives, second-guessing their intentions. The sting of past betrayal can make it incredibly difficult to open ourselves up to the possibility of being hurt again. It's a constant battle between guarding our hearts and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. The key is to acknowledge those past hurts, to recognize their impact on how we view trust today. It's important to remember that not everyone will hurt us. Just because someone broke our trust in the past doesn't mean everyone will. It's about learning to differentiate between the past and the present, understanding that every relationship is unique and every person deserves a chance. It's about recognizing that holding on to past hurts only keeps us prisoner to those experiences. It's about giving ourselves permission to heal, to move forward, and to believe that trust, while fragile, is a risk worth taking. Trusting someone requires vulnerability, a willingness to take off our armor and show up authentically, imperfections and all. It's about letting someone see our true selves, the good, the bad, and the messy. And that can be terrifying. It means allowing ourselves to be seen, truly seen, with all our flaws and fears. It's about risking rejection, judgment, and the potential for heartbreak. But here's the thing. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage. It takes immense strength to be vulnerable, to open ourselves up to the possibility of pain. It's in those vulnerable spaces, those moments of raw authenticity, that true connection is forged. When we allow ourselves to be seen, we give others permission to do the same. And that's where trust begins to take root. It's a dance, a delicate balance between protecting ourselves and allowing ourselves to be known. Some of us are naturally more trusting than others. Our personalities, shaped by both nature and nurture, play a significant role in how we approach trust. Some people are naturally more skeptical, perhaps due to early life experiences or even genetics. They might approach new relationships with caution, needing more time and evidence to build trust. Others might be more anxious, constantly worrying about the what-ifs and struggling to quiet those inner voices of doubt. These personality traits aren't inherently good or bad, they just are. The key is to understand our own tendencies, to recognize how our personality might be influencing our ability to trust. Are we quick to trust, often finding ourselves disappointed? Or do we build walls so high that no one can truly get close? By understanding our own wiring, we can start to challenge those unhelpful patterns and develop healthier ways of approaching trust. It's about finding a balance between protecting ourselves and allowing ourselves to be open to connection. We don't live in a vacuum. Our families, our communities, the broader society, they all shape our understanding of trust. Some cultures value trust implicitly, weaving it into the fabric of everyday life. Others might approach trust with more caution, emphasizing self-reliance and independence. Growing up in a family where trust was valued and nurtured can lay a strong foundation for trusting others later in life. Conversely, experiencing betrayal or witnessing broken trust within our families can make it challenging to trust others. Societal norms also play a role. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with messages of fear and distrust. It's no wonder that building and maintaining trust can feel like an uphill battle. The key is to be aware of these influences, to recognize how our cultural background and societal norms might be impacting our own beliefs about trust. We are constantly observing the world around us, absorbing information and learning from the experiences of others, especially those closest to us. As children, we learn about trust by watching our parents and caregivers. Did they model healthy trust in their own relationships? Were they reliable and dependable? These early experiences can have a profound impact on how we view and approach trust as adults. If we grew up witnessing healthy, trusting relationships, we're more likely to approach trust with confidence and optimism. However, if we witness betrayal, infidelity, or broken promises in our families, we might be more guarded and hesitant to trust. The same goes for our social circles. Seeing friends navigate the ups and downs of relationships, experiencing their own betrayals and triumphs, can also shape our understanding of trust. Let's talk about the people who have earned our trust. Those who have shown up for us time and time again, our family, our chosen family, our ride or dies. These are the people who have proven their trustworthiness through consistent actions, who have demonstrated their love and support through thick and thin. They've earned a place in our inner circle, a sacred space reserved for those who have shown us they can be trusted with our hearts. These are the people we can call at 3 a.m. when our world is falling apart, knowing they'll answer without judgment. They're the keepers of our secrets, the shoulders we cry on, the voices of reason when we're spiraling. These relationships, built on a foundation of mutual trust, respect and love, are essential to our well-being. They provide a sense of security, a safe haven where we can be our authentic selves without fear of judgment. Nurturing these relationships is crucial. Trustworthy people have a certain way about them. It's not just about grand gestures or pronouncements of loyalty. It's about the small, everyday actions that speak volumes about their character. Trustworthy people are reliable. They do what they say they're going to do, when they say they're going to do it. They show up not just for the big events, but for the mundane moments as well. They're the friends who offer to pick you up from the airport, no questions asked. They're the colleagues who consistently meet deadlines and go the extra mile. Trustworthy people are honest, even when it's difficult. They're willing to have tough conversations, to speak their truth with kindness and respect. They don't shy away from conflict, but rather engage in it constructively, seeking to understand rather than to judge. They value integrity above all else. Trustworthy people are empathetic. They listen with their hearts, seeking to understand your perspective, even if they don't agree with it. They offer support without judgment and celebrate your successes as their own. Trust is paramount when it comes to professional relationships, especially those involving our well-being, finances, or legal matters. Whether we're choosing a doctor, a therapist, a financial advisor, or a lawyer, finding someone we can trust is crucial. We need to feel confident that these professionals have our best interests at heart, that they're competent, ethical, and trustworthy. So, how do we navigate these choices? Research is key. We can start by seeking recommendations from trusted sources, reading online reviews, and checking credentials. It's also essential to schedule initial consultations to get a feel for the person. Pay attention to your gut instincts. Do you feel heard and respected? Do they answer your questions thoroughly and honestly? Trust your intuition. If something feels off, it probably is. Remember, you have the right to seek a second opinion or to choose a different professional altogether. In the midst of navigating the complexities of trusting others, it's easy to overlook the most important relationship of all, the one we have with ourselves. Trusting ourselves, our instincts, our judgments, our decisions is fundamental to our well-being and our ability to navigate the world with confidence. When we trust ourselves, we have the courage to set boundaries, to say no when we need to, and to pursue our passions without seeking validation from others. Building self-trust is a journey, not a destination. It's about learning to listen to that inner voice, the one that knows us best. It's about honoring our values, even when it's difficult. It's about recognizing our strengths and embracing our imperfections. It's about forgiving ourselves for our mistakes and learning from them. It's about celebrating our successes, no matter how small they may seem. Trust is the bedrock of any healthy relationship. Romantic partnerships, friendships, familial bonds, even professional collaborations. It's the invisible glue that holds us together, allowing us to be vulnerable, to support each other, and to create something meaningful together. When we trust, we open ourselves up to the possibility of deep connection, of experiencing life in its fullness. We create a space for authenticity, for empathy, for love to flourish. Building trust takes time, effort, and a willingness to be vulnerable. It's about showing up consistently, being honest and reliable, and communicating openly and respectfully. It's about setting healthy boundaries and respecting the boundaries of others. It's about extending grace and forgiveness both to ourselves and to those we love. Trust is not a transaction, it's a gift we give and receive. Trust. It's messy and complicated and absolutely essential to living a wholehearted life. We talked about the scars of the past, the courage of vulnerability, the people who've earned our trust, and the importance of trusting ourselves. Remember, building trust is a journey, not a destination. It's about taking small steps, being mindful of whom we trust, and honoring our own intuition. It's about finding that balance between protecting ourselves and allowing ourselves to be seen. Start small, take a chance on someone, believe in the good in others, and most importantly, believe in yourself.